Miss Young,
Sir.
coming up.
Good evening, morning. Something like that.
Don't look at his computer.
Sorry, I was trying to get the time from
How's jail?
evening. Sir,
How's jail? Shh.
treating us beautiful.
You know, we can't get you to come. We can't get you to appear.
Well, what happened was this time.
No, but there's always an excuse. It's really easy to just pick up a phone and call Josh. How hard is that? You know, that's all we literally ask you to do is remain in contact with your lawyer. That's all you got to do.
Yes, sir.
We've repeatedly tried 4 different times. Your lawyer's asking me to let you out to get in this program, but I know if I let you out, you're just going to
No, sir.
take off.
I'll do the program. That's not the problem, sir. Honestly, with the phone situation, that's how he has a whole different number since last time I came. I don't even have that number anymore. And with the transportation part, I don't have a car. So the way I move around is either using the bus or my feet, sir. And last time that I did come, I came on my own. No one told me to come. No one called me. I knew I ended up missing it and I came.
Unless you're wearing orange. That's the only time we see you.
No, sir, I turned myself in. I came in myself after I missed my court date and I came in by myself.
When?
I can't give you a date, but if you look on there, I sat here and wait till everybody even left.
Guys, did she turn herself in or she got arrested? Can you tell? If you turn yourself in, that would make me very happy. But if you just got arrested and that's why we have you.
No, sir, I came to court.
Young, she's on the jail doc. Last page, I think. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
I'm not trying to fool anybody, sir. Are you able to look that up for me?
It's okay, yeah.
Okay. Is it on there? Because it was like 2 days. Yeah, like it was 2 days after my court date. I came. No one called me. I just knew I missed it and I didn't have a ride, but I made sure to get up there because that's how I got my date reset the first time.
Looks like the booking date was the 12th, Judge, but I don't know. That's all I can see from my side.
That's when I came to 12. I've been here since.
Where did you come to?
Sorry?
Where did you go to? Did you turn yourself in the jail? Is that what you're saying?
Sir, I went to the Franklin Street, if I'm not mistaken, Franklin, 1200 Franklin, where all the court is at. Where I was supposed to go the first time. 1200 Franklin, if I'm not mistaken.
If it was on Sunday, though, was it over the weekend?
Honestly, I don't even remember what day. Oh, this time? Yes, sir. I can't.
You know what we could do is we could do this, is that if we're going to do this, you know how we do that release that we release to people?
Right.
Something like that. So we know that she gets to the P180 place. Where is it? Where did they do the interview? Do you know?
I guess because it's not like an inpatient facility, would it be different if it's?
Where does it happen? Do you know? Do you know where the interview happens, Josh?
I'm not sure, like physically where it is, the P180. I'm checking the state though, because I guess she wouldn't be released to that program. She'd just be released and have to.
Do you have a date already for it? Do you have a date for it?
There's like a way to book it online, but they said that you have to send a contract, a PTI, P180 contract. So, which I think is what we have now. So I think we should be able to schedule it now.
Okay, so let's do this. Schedule it, get a date, and then I'll put a GPS monitor on her prior to release. I'm not going to do this again. You ever take off on me again, I swear on everything that's holy, that'll be the 5th time. Do you understand? So I'm not giving you a PR bond now to just wait, get a date. We'll set it for like the day before, and then we'll give her a PR bond with a GPS prior to release. The instruction is she goes directly to get the interview done, and then we'll go from there. But I'm not going to continue to play this game.
But I'm not playing a game, sir. It's been cold. Like, what do you expect? It's been 20 degrees, sir. 20 degrees. You know how hard that is to actually stay.
Your finger's so frozen that you can't make a phone call?
Sir, I just got the phone. That's what I'm telling you.
If you need resources, we can give it to you. If you need a phone, if you need a tablet, if you need food, we have resources to give you. But you take off, you don't call, you don't come to court. So what are we supposed to think? And we just can't keep, I've got 4 different times. I can't continue to do the same thing.
We'll get the schedule.
All right. Do it and we'll see. Okay. Sir, you are charged with 2 cases. You're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're also charged with failure to identify oneself, giving fictitious information. On the evading, you are facing up to a year in jail. And on your other case, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 6, 2025, officers responded to an assault in progress in Harris County, Texas, and met with the complainant, who reported a young black male involved in an assault. The complainant identified the defendant, and the officers attempted to detain the defendant when the defendant fled when he saw the police. The officer pursued the defendant on foot, and the defendant was located by the officer after approximately 100 yards after attempting to enter another apartment. The officer instructed the defendant to surrender. The defendant then jumped down from a 2nd-story stairwell in an attempt to flee, and the defendant was then apprehended by the officer while the defendant continued to resist. Once detained, the officer attempted to obtain the defendant's date of birth and name. The defendant would not provide a date of birth and gave a false name. After multiple attempts, the defendant provided the requested information.
Okay. So was he the one that they were actively investigating?
Yes, because he was identified by the complainant as being involved in an assault, and they tried to investigate and detain him for that assault.
What happened with that?
Let me see if there's any further information about that. So in regard to the original assault, it was determined that no assault occurred, but it was after further investigation.
Sure. Okay. Mr. Godfrey, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with both of your cases. How old are you, sir?
17.
What do you do for a living?
I'm searching for a job right now. I'm gonna work at the warehouse.
Did you graduate from high school?
No, sir.
You need to.
No, sir.
You need to get back into high school.
So that's what I'm working on right now. We're working on putting me back in school. I'm getting back on track.
Who are you here with today?
My aunt, she's parking.
She's what?
She's parking, like she's paying for parking right now.
Is that Aunt? Are you Aunt?
No, sir. She's downstairs. She ain't make it upstairs. I came up here. She's
I'm
looking
gonna
for a
give you a
parking
lawyer.
spot.
I'm gonna give you a lawyer today. I want you to get back in school, and I'm making that a condition of your bond. You have to graduate from high school. You will be in this life. Education is where it starts. If you don't have an education, at the minimum, a high school diploma, you're going to be making pennies to when everybody else is making dollars. Do you understand?
Sir.
So I'll give you a lawyer today. I'm going to have you talk to the lawyer. We're going to figure out how to get you back into school. I'm going to give you 2 to 3 weeks. And when you come back, I want you to show me that you've either enrolled into high school or you started working on your GED. If you've done nothing, it's not going to go well for you. No smoking weed. I'm going to test you. I want to make sure that you're not using as well. Do you understand? I'm sending you for a drug test now because I want to make sure that you're not using. Is that Aunt? No? Okay. So can you appoint him a lawyer, please? All right. I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. I'm going to have you get with pretrial. And I'm going to have you go take a test. I'm going to have you come back. And then I'm going to have a lawyer when you come back. All right? Okay. Come up, Mr. Godfrey. Did he test positive for anything? For what? Mr. Godfrey, you know, this life is a journey. It's either a really great journey where you go on nice vacations, you buy nice cars, you buy nice clothes, or it can be a rotten, miserable of an existence where you never have money. You're constantly fighting with everyone because you got no money. You have no education, so you'll never get any money. You have no trade, so you'll never get a good job. It starts now while you were 17. It doesn't start when you're 32. Life, you start to build your life now because there's only one way that you're going to go. You're either going to go up or you're going to go down. Make it a good life. And it starts with knowledge. Knowledge is power and you get it with education. And I want to see you do it. So you're going to get back into school. And number 2, I'm going to test you 45 days from today. If you test positive for marijuana again, life is not going to go well. Do you catch my drift? So what we're going to do is we're going to bring you back in about 2 to 3 weeks. I want to see what you have done to get either back into high school or to work on your GED. If you need help, we have resources that we can give you to help you get free GED classes. But if you've done nothing in the next 3 weeks, again, it's not going to go well. I want you to become someone, not another statistic in and out of custody, because you start doing things just to get money the wrong way. That's not the way to go through life. Who do you live with now? Your aunt. Okay.
She's here in the courtroom as well.
Great. Where is she? Come on up, ma'am.
I will say that when I mentioned to him that you have the resources for a GED, he told me that he wanted to enroll in a program at a school because it was important to him to quote, walk across the stage.
That'd be great. She can come. That's fantastic. That's what you need to do. I'm telling you, the more schooling you have, the more money you're going to make in life. Ask him. Ask him how great it is having money. He's killing it. And I'm telling you, this is your business model right here. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for taking care of him.
Yes, sir.
No, we want to see the best in him. And it
Right.
starts with high school.
Yes, sir.
So what I did was I made it a condition of his bond.
Okay.
And I will give you anything that you need also. What I told him is he's not allowed to smoke weed.
Right.
He's going to be tested again in 45 days. If he tests positive, I'm going to put him in jail.
Okay.
We have resources to give you if you need a phone, if he needs a tablet, resources to get a GED. We can help you out and we can give you these things.
Okay.
So whatever you need.
Think today is try to make it right.
Right. So the other thing is this, I don't want you out in the middle of the night. Nothing good happens at 2 a.m. when you're out. You understand? What would you like from me? Do you need anything from me? I can put a curfew on him.
I've read the simulation that you already have, so we're gonna go with that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you ever need anything, you can always come back here. We're happy to help you with whatever you need.
Yes, sir.
We're going to waive the costs on everything, so nothing's going to come out of your pocket for anything. Okay. And just good luck. Make me proud.
Yes, sir.
I'm not asking for much. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 13 days in jail with credit for the 21 days that you've done. You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this. You can't change this. It's going to go on your record. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes,
Is this what you want to do?
yes,
How do you plead to the offense of criminal trespass? Guilty or not guilty?
not guilty. Wait, not guilty.
Are you not guilty of this offense?
Yes, yeah, not guilty.
Mr. Rubio, remember when we spoke?
Yeah, it's not guilty. Yeah,
Okay, I can't accept this if you're saying that you're not guilty. This is what we do here is if you're guilty of this offense, then you plead guilty or whatnot. But if you're not guilty, then we can't do this.
okay,
Remember what we talked about?
yeah,
If you're not guilty, then you're gonna say not guilty, but if you're guilty,
What
then you can
hap-
take the plea.
What happened in
Okay.
this case?
So in this case, there was suspicious individual roaming the garage, and the witness, the metro supervisor, stated she received multiple reports about an individual looking in the car windows and walking away when seen. The officer made contact with the defendant. The defendant was previously issued trespass warnings of the same property on August 14, 2024 and August 27, 2024. The defendant stated he had returned to park and ride because he has nowhere else to go.
So where was this location exactly?
A park and ride at 1030 West Grand Parkway.
Did you understand what they
Yes,
said?
yes,
Based on what he said, are you guilty or not guilty?
not guilty.
Okay. Can I talk?
Email?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Mr. Rubin. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna talk to you, okay?
All right.
Okay?
Send it like,
Yeah.
okay. Morning, Mr. Harris. Sir, you were charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Is this case on docket or is it? off
No, it's a walk-in.
docket? May I get the cause number?
Yeah, it's 2-5. Go ahead.
And then after I said it, I need to pull it up. It's 254, council.
Mhm.
5144.
Thank you so much. On December 27th, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to a family disturbance call, and upon arrival, the officers met with the complainant's son, who stated that his parents were fighting. The officer met with the complainant, who was not cooperative, but stated that the defendant choked her, causing pain, and reported pressure of a 7 on a 1 to 10 scale. And then the officer then observed a large bruise on the complainant's arm. The complainant's son stated that the defendant had abused the complainant for a very long time, and that this is not the first time he has choked her.
Mr. Harris, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case and not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm entering in now what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. That is a court order that identifies Ms. Pisana as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot stalk, threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior, be in possession of a weapon, or go within 200 feet of the Buffalo Bend Drive address. Do you understand? If you violate this, the state can and probably will file a violation of protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. Do you understand? Okay,
Can I speak briefly?
please.
The state has had a chance to talk to the complaining witness this morning and on January 2nd, and the complaining witness spoke with officers at the time of the investigation and said that she did not want to press charges, that they had a dispute and that it was not, as talked about by everyone else, she was not saying to anyone that she was choked or anything else. And they spoke with her this morning. She only wants a protective order against violence communications between each other. They've been married for 7 years, together for 19 years. They were together as much as yesterday, Your Honor, and that's not what she's looking for. She's looking for resolution of the case. They have a home together, they live together, raise their children together. Mr. Harris has been employed at the same company doing construction work for the last 20 years. They're fighting a foreclosure on their home. Having him move out to try to find somewhere else to live would make them keeping their home impossible.
My only concern is the violence. And my major concern is the fact that we have here children that are exposed to and see continual violent behavior. You know, when a kid sees that, what happens? You know, that's a huge concern. We have, did the child say that this happened?
Said that it's not the first time.
Well, the son was not present at the incident, I think.
Well, I don't know that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean,
So-
all I know is that a child telling an officer, hey, man, you know,
Your son. Son is 18, does not live in the residence, came to the residence as they were getting into it. So would not have been there, would not have saw the interaction between them. But the facts will lay themselves out, and we'll look to that, Judge, but we are asking the court would consider that.
guys, what do you say? You heard the facts, right?
Yes.
He wants to have contact.
I just spoke with complainant and she requested no negative contact. I gave her the options of no negative or no contact altogether, and she said no negative.
So you think contact's okay?
I would defer to you, Your Honor, that's what she said, but no contact, the more restrictive is fine with us.
What scares me is that even, you know, they're going through even a more stressful time, you know, if their house is in foreclosure, it adds upon more stress. So we have these facts that are pretty bad. We've got more of a stressful situation happening now. The last thing I need or want is for anyone to end up on the news because someone does something rash that you can't recover from. You know, the thing is that when you pick up these criminal cases, right, you've dug yourself a hole. You've dug yourself a hole, but the hole is not so deep that you can't get out of. Sometimes people dig themselves such a damn big hole they never get out of. It's continually on the news every single day. 90% of the people that you see in jail, because they don't have any self-control. They get upset, they wig out and do whatever the hell they want to do without thinking, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? Because when stuff of this nature happens, it affects everyone. It's like a cancer. It radiates everywhere and affects everyone. And with the stressful things that are going on now, it scares me to allow contact because I don't want any further. I don't want anything worse to happen. I don't know. I don't know.
I understand, Judge. Mr. Harris has no criminal history. This is the first allegation. I know what we hear in the office report about it happening in the past. We've never had any action with law enforcement in something like this. I don't have any doubts. I've known Mr. Harris and his father for many years now, and I don't expect anything to happen, but you're right. I can't stand before the court and say that. And Mr. Harris can do everything that he can do to ensure he's used coping techniques. We've talked about him since I've been representing him about leaving the scene. It's not in the report, Judge. There's some things that we have to deal with alcoholism within the home that he's trying as a husband to work through with his wife. So there's some things that need to be done, Judge, but he's been responsible.
That's the other thing I was going to say. I don't want you consuming alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, you pick up a new case, I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to tell you now, I will do everything in my power to protect my community at all costs. I don't care who is in front of me. I don't care what gender, color, or your small farm animal. I don't care. Do you understand?
Sir.
The problem is that, and what you need to understand, what is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think. I could care less what you think. It is what the other person perceives. So can conduct alone violate this? If I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It most certainly is. And they can land your butt in jail in a moment's notice. Do you understand?
Sir.
How long ago did this take place?
December 27th.
27th of 2024, yeah,
So it's been a couple weeks already.
a couple weeks already.
I will allow you to have contact, but no threatening or harassing contact. And I'm telling you now, between now and the next setting, I'm going to test you for drugs and alcohol. And if I find that you're using, I will lock you up. You have to imagine that if you're in jail and the bond is set at 10 to 20,000, if you don't have anyone to pony up that kind of money, you will be stuck like Chuck until this thing's over with. Do you understand?
Sir.
Self-control. We all get upset. I have 4 kids. They drive me up that freaking wall every single day. But if I try to beat them into submission, it only makes things worse. Because hell hath no fury like a scorned woman and a teenager who's out of control. And when they see that type of what's going on, it's okay. They think it's okay. It's not.
Understand.
All right. Okay.
Judge,
So you will be monitored by trial. No threatening or harassing. He can go back home for now. But if I hear anything else, I'm going to unleash. You understand?
Sir.
Okay.
Your Honor, will we be excused for him to get with pretrial on the pretrial bond?
Oh, yeah.
He's a bond set, and I'm hearing no up being signed.
No what?
No more.
No. The MOAP is going to be granted.
Okay.
I'm entering in the order for protection. Everything in that order is stuff that you shouldn't do anyways. The only thing I'm taking off is the residential restriction. Everything else stays. So if you make any threats, they're going to file another case on you. And I'm going to tell you, it's the capital murder of misdemeanors. You pick up a violation of protected order. Does he have any criminal history?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set bond at $100. I'll grant you a PR bond. It's the only one you're going to get though. You understand? Okay, guys.
We stand.
Got it. You got it. Thanks.
Come on up.
Hey, finally. Mr. Bose,
Good morning, Judge.
it only took 6 years. How are you,
Only?
Mr. Das?
Happy to be here.
Fine, we're happy that you finally made it after all that time, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah, so, here, let me let Ramon in. All right. Mr. Das, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine. I seriously have to commend your lawyer, Mr. Bose, who has just literally stayed with you 1,797 days old, and she has never, ever forgotten. Mr. Bose?
Yes, Judge. Good
yourself
morning.
On the back, really. Just,
Thank you.
you are one and amazing.
Oh, thank you, Judge.
We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 13th, 2020, officers were dispatched in regard to a major crash at the exit ramp of Bingle and Pinemont on Northwest Freeway. And the officer made contact with the defendant, who was observed sitting in the driver's seat with the keys in the ignition, with the vehicle still running, and the defendant was covered in vomit. The officer smelled a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage and observed bloodshot eyes and slurred speech. The officer further observed the defendant driving the vehicle and swerve across several lanes and strike a Toyota Sienna van. And that they followed the vehicle, and that's whenever they pulled over the vehicle and made contact with the defendant. The officer made contact with the complainant, who did not see the driver or the car hit them. They just felt the impact, which caused their car to spin out of control. And the officer then conducted standard field sobriety test, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to arrest. The results 0.112 and 0.118.
You said he was in the driver's seat when the
He was
cop
observing
came
the
up to
driver's
him.
seat still running and keys in the ignition.
Mr. Das, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You are also not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance. Do you understand? Okay, you've got a great lawyer. Listen to her. She'll take care of you. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but just stay in touch with her. She'll tell you when you need to come back and what to do.
Sure.
Do you see a valid license?
I'm writing it right now, Your Honor. It's eligible.
Great. So for now, I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. We'll have you get with pretrial for your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go. All right?
Thank you.
Please.
Judge, House March 4th through the 6th.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
No, we need a date. Hold on. How's
Oh.
March 4th through 6th? You say.
That is a national holiday, the day that the Queen was born. How about?
Is that your birthday?
Yes, my birthday is the 7th. So let's do the 4th. Let's do the 4th, and yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Hey, have a great day.
You do the same, Judge. Bye-bye.
You are charged with violation of a bond or protective order. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On January 8th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, the officers were conducting surveillance on the defendant, who had active warrants out of the 178th as part of a fugitive task force when they observed the defendant's vehicle parked at a location where the defendant was prohibited from going due to an active protection order. The officers then observed the vehicle drive away, driven by the complainant of the defendant's open case in the 178th. The officers then observed the vehicle to have an expired registration and initiated a traffic stop. The officer then found the defendant hiding in the back seat. Both the complainant and the defendant acknowledged that the defendant was prohibited from the residence.
So she was at the
She was at
residence.
the complainant's residence, yes.
Was she with the complaining witness as well?
Yes. They
Okay,
were
so
together.
how bad are we talking the ag assault? Do you mind telling me about that?
I'll tell you about the ag assault, Your Honor. So in the aggravated assault, the officers were dispatched to a disturbance and they met with the complainant, who stated he was involved in a verbal altercation at a bar earlier in the morning. And then once the complainant arrived home, he was locked out of his house and had to force the door open. And that started another disturbance with the defendant. The defendant threw several items at the complainant, and the defendant began to strike the complainant on his back of his neck several times with their hands. And the officer observed the complainant to have red scratch marks on his neck. Further, the defendant retrieved a black compact handgun and pointed at the complainant and racked the slide, thereby placing the complainant in fear for his life.
Okay. Ms. Esquivel, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I want you to understand something very, very clear. The Texas Constitution does not allow me but in extremely limited circumstances to hold someone at bond. Zero bond. This is that situation. I'm going to put a protective order naming this person as a protected individual. If you so much as do anything to violate any of these conditions, I can have a hearing to hold you at no bond. And I will do it in a heartbeat to protect every person in my county. Do you understand? You are not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. No weapons, no contact with the complaining witness, and no going. I'm assuming, is it a he, she? Well, it doesn't matter. You're not to have any contact. Don't go anywhere where this person lives, works, anything. Do you understand? I don't want to talk about the case, but
President, I'm a little
Oh.
confused.
Who's your lawyer?
Robert Valles, and he's on my case. He was supposed to be here this morning. I'm a little confused.
Do you know, has Bo said he's going to show? We had no idea that you have a lawyer. Okay, so let's do this. What I can do is I can have you take a seat. We'll wait for him to get here. But regardless, I'm putting these conditions on your bond. I've found that probable cause exists to go forward with your case. The only thing I'm telling you now, don't violate any of these conditions because there are severe consequences.
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll go through it again when your lawyer gets here, but just don't leave until he gets here, okay?
Your Honor.
For now, I'm gonna have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you get signed for your conditions. Just take a seat momentarily. Well, once he gets here, then we'll go through it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You were here because a bond violation has occurred. You were ordered to go take a test and you failed to do so.
Yes, this exactly.
If this ever happens again, I will revoke your bond, issue a warrant for your arrest, and I'm going to put you in jail.
Lo voy a encarcelar.
Do you understand?
¿Él lo entiende? Yes.
I am now sending you for a drug and alcohol test, and you must come back.
Y tiene que regresar.
Do you understand?
¿Él lo entiende?
Okay, all right.
Yes.
We're pretty confident that he's gonna come out clean. Am I excused on this case or should I be?
Do me a favor, I guess, leave me your cell phone just in case, and we'll reach out to you if something unfortunate were to,
Definitely.
just advise your client that if he ever misses another test again, then no.
He's from Latin America. They reversed he was supposed to come back on 1/6/25. He thought it was 6/1, that kind of thing. So we're confident he's gonna be clean.
I hope so. Okay, all right, take a seat for me, please.
Back here in the audience or over here?
Yeah, just over there is fine. So, Mr. Milan, if you want to leave your cell phone with Victoria, then we have already given you 2 bonds. If you miss court again, it's not going to happen again. Do you understand?
Sir.
You were charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
My apologies. On June 29th, 2023 in Harris County, Texas, the complainant told his family of the incident and the family reported it after it had happened. The complainant was with his friend, the friend's mother, and the mother's boyfriend on a trip to Galveston. The defendant became upset at the complainant because he did not like the way he was looking at him. The defendant pulled the complainant out of the car by his shirt, causing red marks on his chest. The defendant proceeded to slap the complainant in the face. The complainant stated he felt pain. Later on, while stopped at a gas station, the defendant became upset again, and the complainant began to walk away when the defendant grabbed the complainant's backpack that was on his back and threw him on the ground, causing pain. The complainant got up and ran away.
Who is that?
The complainant, a 15-year-old, I don't believe it was just a friend of the.
Mr. Chaput, I'm finding that there's probable cause to go forward with the case, and I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You're also not to be in possession of weapons as well. If you violate these conditions, you pick up a new case or you fail to come again, I'm telling you, your bond will go high. I will protect my community at all costs. I don't care how old they are, how young they are. Do you understand?
Sir.
We've given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Hugh. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, likewise, I'll issue a warrant. I'll have you sign a reset. After that, I'll have you meet with the pretrial and then we'll get you out of here, sir.
All right.
All right, Mr. All that.
Where's the
Mr. Lauderdale, you're charged with criminal mischief. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 3rd, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a gas station in Harris County, Texas in regard to an assault in progress. The officer made contact with the complainant. The complainant stated the defendant had damaged his vehicle, that the complainant had parked his vehicle at the gas station by the front doors. As the complainant was in the store, he observed the defendant standing by the complainant's motor vehicle with a large rock concrete piece over his head, and the defendant threw the rock, breaking the front of the complainant's windshield, causing $1,000 in damages. The officer observed the large concrete rock sitting on the hood of the complainant's vehicle, and the defendant stated he was upset but did not elaborate.
Mr. Lauderdale, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. You missed court, and I issued a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to recall that warrant now, but if you miss court again, it's not going to go well. Do you understand? Do you need a lawyer? Can I give you a lawyer? I need you to talk to me. Okay. I don't want you to pick up any new cases. I want you to be nice. Do not go back to this McDonald's. Do you understand? Do not go back to this McDonald's.
Your Honor, it's a gas station.
Oh, where is it?
Let's see.
I thought you said it was a
A
McDonald's.
gas station on Belfort Street.
Okay, please don't go back to this gas station. Do not pick up any new cases. Do not be a danger to my public. Do you understand? Okay, so if you please provide him a lawyer. All right, I'm gonna have you take a seat in the jury box while I find you a lawyer, okay? Please, yeah, sit it. Thank you for coming a third time.
Yes, sir.
Listen, he's telling me that you're going back to Africa. You're gonna go there for give or take a month. You're still under bond condition in this court. I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. That's all we're having you do now. So even though you're over there, you're still not allowed to use. Typically, when we have people that go out of town, if they get called on the test, what we normally do is have them go to like a Quest diagnostic. They take a test, get the result to their lawyer, the lawyer gets it to us. We'll still do things that way with you, even though they're over there. Normally, I pay for everything while you're here, but I can't pay for it over there. So you'll have to do it over there. And I don't even know if there'll be a Quest over there. You'll have to find something, I don't know. But you may not even get called, I don't know. It's the luck of the draw, I don't know.
Yes, sir.
The only other thing I'm gonna tell you is that maintain contact with Mr. Henderson. Because if he tells me that you've gone AWOL, that he can't get a hold of you, you're gone, I'm gonna issue a warrant for your arrest. And you, if you're out of the country and then we issue a warrant, I cannot tell you how big of a headache that will become. So always remain in contact with him.
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Oh, Judge, that's it.
Oh, one more thing. You got to look, if you're going to drive over there, you got to look how to do it the right way, because they don't play over there. You know, make sure that you have whatever documents you need. If you may need insurance, if you may need an international license, I don't know. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, one more thing. Sorry. Because you have him representing you, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to come to court here. But that's why I'm saying you got to remain in contact with him, and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. Okay? Okay, that's it. All right, good luck.
We got Mr. Morris, Mr. Robinson.
Morris and Robinson. Okay, good morning, guys. All right, so tell me what we're doing with these gentlemen.
We're reading extradition on both of them, Judge.
Okay. So Mr. Morris.
Yes.
Oh, you sang Mr. Morris's.
You are wanted out of the state of Louisiana for failure to register as a sex offender. Are you waiving formal extradition?
Yes. Hey, Judge, I have a question.
Shoot.
since the charge originated out of Harris County like 40 years ago, since I served time here since in the state of Texas. Just they've been trying to make me sign up for this in Louisiana.
So what this is it looks like they filed a charge out of Louisiana, right? And they issued a warrant for one reason or the other, probably a failure to appear. It could be just a new warrant that, Dave, do you have any?
My best guess, because I don't have the underlying offense, but the originating offense that required him to register as a sex offender did come from Harris County, but they might have had some evidence that he either resided there or had an appearance in Louisiana.
Perhaps it got transferred over there.
Right, and so for some.
Or no, I mean, that wouldn't work. I don't know. I have no idea. They give us so limited information here on what the underlying case, we don't even fight the underlying case. All we do is establish who you are and whether you want to fight extradition or not.
Right,
Really.
thank you.
And you are Sidney Robinson?
Yes, sir.
So Judge, on Mr. Robinson, we'll have the waiver on the fugitive case. And then on the assault case, if you wanted to put bond conditions, I believe state wanted no contact.
Oh, music. So you're on bond for an assault here out of our court here. You were also wanted out of Adams, Colorado for driving under the influence, failure to display proof of insurance, and careless driving, and
I know, Judge. I know, but it's on there. It's one of the warrants.
low power scooter operation without a license.
Which is completely false. It was a Harley.
Don't, really, just
We don't want to say.
you're waiving formal extradition on that case, right? Okay, so I don't know anything about are you representing him on the assault?
I am.
Wonderful. Alex?
Their cause number for the.
Assault?
Yes.
254-7113.
I apologize, 254-7.
113.
13, okay.
CBD though.
That is correct, let me see. Okay, I can tell you the facts of the case, Your Honor, if you want to hear those. So on the assault, the officers were dispatched to a welfare check at a residence in Harris County, Texas, in response to a disturbance. The caller, the witness, was met by the officer, and she said she kept hearing the female saying, "Stop it." The complainant stated she went to an upstairs bedroom and slept, and that the defendant entered the room, grabbed her by the throat, and lifted her off her feet. The complainant stated she did not have pain or impede breath due to the fact that she was very intoxicated and could not feel anything at all at that moment.
Did you say she was very intoxicated?
She was very intoxicated at that moment. And then on the morning of the incident, or on the 11th of January, the defendant woke up and they started verbally arguing again. And the complainant said that the defendant threw a box at her and hit her in the head. And the complainant said the defendant began to chase her in the backyard. And while she was in the corner of the backyard, the defendant ran towards her, threw her down in the mud, and began choking her with his hands. And the officer observed the complainant to have fresh bruising around the left eye and a red marking on the left and right side of the forehead.
Okay, Mr. Robinson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on your assault case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. Do you understand? Okay, so the other thing is this, Shrey, is that he's on bond for this here.
Right.
What, do we know, Day, do we know that Colorado's coming to get him?
Yes. So they, short answer is yes. I haven't heard anything else since the original.
Okay, so we need them to sign conditions. Now, you got to be aware that if you go back, if they end up picking you back and you go to Colorado, whatever happens there, you must remain in contact with Shreya here, because if you don't, we're going to issue a warrant here. And what's happening now will exactly happen over there, where you're going to be sitting in custody over there. And then a hold is going to be placed over here. And then you're going to have to come all the way back over here. All you have to do is remain in contact with her so we know what the situation is going on. and don't have any contact with the complaining witness's case, don't pick up any new cases. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay?
And Judge, in case, for whatever reason, Colorado decides not to extradite and he is released in the next week, we're gonna do a appearance required for the January 29th.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Was there state conditions, Your Honor?
No, pre-trial.
Morning, Judge. We're approaching on Mrs. Troy Britton. This is the one that, oh, you weren't here yesterday, Judge. Judge Jackson was here yesterday. We were trying to do something, but I asked to bring my client here so she can know what's going on.
So Judge, the original approach yesterday, while Judge Jackson filled in, was the man jurisdiction requested an extension of 2 days, which she granted because it's 2 days and typically do that. But Ricardo wanted the accused to come to court so that it could be a more formal understanding of what's happening. And during that time for this morning is Ricardo's not telling me she is wanting to have a bond set by the court. State as opposed.
Yeah, this is the one where she's like 17 and she's got already like
she's had 7
half-
charges,
yeah.
2 of them
She's
failure.
19, Judge.
okay, 19, right? Yeah. Sorry, I can't. Just you scare me, man. I can't. They're all very violent cases now. You know, you're wanted at state for another. You know, sorry.
Judge, if I may,
Sure.
in talking to my client, she's made valid points to me. And of course, I'm just.
I know you're advocating for your client, and I'm never going to begrudge anyone for advocating. It's your job, I know. But you're 19 years old. You've got 7 priors already. You're wanted out of another state. There are multiple aggravated assault cases. You've got 2 failure to appears. At some point, we have to say when. And now's that point. You scared me, really. I don't want anything else to happen. So,
So the extension was originally granted by Judge Jackson out to the, I want to misspeak, 24th.
if I'm not doing any more. If they don't come here by that point, she gets released. Okay? All right. Thanks.
Judge.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Bo.
How you doing, Judge?
Hey, man. Hey, I got Bo here. Mr. Petichu, today is not a good day. You were on bond for DWI. You picked up another DWI. You've been able to work out agreements with both of these, but both of these charges will go on your record. They will be there for the rest of your life. You need to understand, if you ever pick up another DWI, you will be facing a 3rd-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. If I were you, even if you have had a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car. It is a humongous risk that you're taking. Do you understand?
Yes.
You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, you can never take these off. Do you understand?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. On one of the cases, it's alleged that you had a 0.15 or above. Is this true?
Yes.
Okay, true to the enhancement. All right, I'm going to suspend your license for a year. Do not drive. Good luck to you, sir.
That's the only thing is those.
I'm going to waive the fees. Waive the fees? Is that what you're talking about?
Okay, thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
Yeah, okay.
Approaching on Mr. Lauderdale. He's in the box.
All right. Come up, Mr. Lauderdale.
There's some cognitive issues.
I'm just asking him to be nice. You know? Mr. Lauderdale, be nice. It's not hard. Self-control. I've given you a lawyer. You have to stay in contact with him. If he tells me that he cannot get a hold of you, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand? Okay. Do you have any questions? All right. Do you have a cell phone?
Give me a phone number I can reach him on. His mother's.
Okay. Do you want a cell phone? We have services that we can give you so that you can get your own cell phone. Do you want one? Okay. Do you mind giving him, we're going to give you paperwork, but you have to do the work, but I'm going to give you the resources to be able to get a phone. If you need anything else, come back, talk to us, and we can try to give you whatever you need. The worst thing that can happen is that you don't come back. Okay? Perhaps we should do not waived. I don't know. It's up to you, whatever you think is appropriate. Okay? All right. Good luck.
Hey, Judge.
Josh. Good morning, guys.
Yes, sir.
Both of you guys are charged with criminal cases. Both of you guys have worked out agreements with the state to plead guilty on those cases. What you guys need to understand is that they will end up on your record. They're going to be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. They're even there after you die. This is important because from now on, you will have minimums for any new cases that you pick up if you pick up cases. So for both of you, Mr. Esparza, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. The agreement you have is 3 days in jail, credit for the 6 that you've done. From now on, any new cases you pick up, you're looking at a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand?
Sir.
Mr. Wardy, you're charged with assault causing bodily injury, and that's a Class A. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You pick up any new cases from now on, that's a minimum of 90 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Both of you guys are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, right to be arraigned, charged, read to in open court if you're not a citizen. There are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. How do you plead to the offense, Mr. Wardy?
Guilty.
How do you plead to the offense?
Guilty.
I'll find both of you guilty, sentence you to the time, and roll your court costs. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Get out tonight.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Barnes, you were charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Oh, Your Honor. Good case number.
Can you go ahead and reach out, please, for Mr. Barnes? This is the,
Yeah, it was supposed to.
Okay. On April 8th, 2023, the officer was dispatched in a reference to theft. The officer made contact with the complainant, the Walmart store manager, who stated that on April 7th, 2023, the defendant grabbed an iPhone 14 Pro Max, placed it under garments, walked to the men's room, and returned to the sales floor, where he passed all points of sale without attempting to purchase. The value of the item was $1,000.149, or $1,149, and the complainant stated that he went into the men's room and found the iPhone 14 casing and wrapper in a garbage can. The complainant stated that they did an audit on the cell phones and noticed one missing. And the complainant stated the defendant was observed on surveillance taking the phone, and the defendant was brought into the office and questioned about the phone, where he admitted to taking the phone. The defendant further admitted to unwrapping the phone in the men's room and then taking it home. The officer made contact with the defendant, who repeated that he took the phone and passed all points of sale.
all right, Mr. Barnes, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I will give you a PR bond now, but if you pick up any more cases, you do anything else, no more. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How old are you, sir?
22.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I'm a sales representative,
You
but
graduate
I don't
high
have.
school?
Sir? Yes, sir.
Graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's do this. I'm going to appoint you a lawyer today. As a condition of your bond, you're not to go to any Walmarts. Do you understand?
Sir.
Just be good. This is literally one of the worst that you can pick up, man. Really. You're 22. You're starting life now. build yourself up, not down. The theft is. File they're going to want.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna have you sign a receipt of Victoria, and then I'm gonna have you take a seat, find your lawyer, okay? Please. Good morning, Mr. Bonilla.
Buenos días, señor Bonilla.
Mr. Bonilla, you are charged with indecent exposure. Is this a second indecent exposure?
Yes, sir.
We need that paperwork. This is very important, and you need to understand that from now on, because it's a second conviction, you will now have to register as a sex offender for 10 years. This is extremely important. If you fail to register on your release from jail, they can potentially file felony charges on you. Do you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende?
Es que sí o no. Yes.
Yes.
So we need him to sign paperwork reflecting that he's been admonished about the registration
Yes, sir.
requirement. The agreement that you have worked out is 250 days in jail
Yes.
with credit for the 130 days that you have done.
Y ya sirvió.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement, Mr. Bonilla. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeals once you accept this agreement. You can never change this or undo this. Do you understand?
¿Lo entiende?
I understand this.
You still want to do this?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense of indecent exposure? Guilty or not guilty?
¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to 250 days in jail, give you credit for the 130 days that you have done.
Ya sirvió.
I need to see if it's enhanced. It is enhanced. Mr. Bonilla, you were enhanced with a Class A misdemeanor assault out of Court 5 from February 6th of 24. Is it true? Is it true that you
¿Verdad?
had that prior assault?
Ese asalto previamente.
Did you have a prior assault with us here?
¿Y en esta corte?
Yes.
Yes.
So true to the enhancement. Is that it?
I'm gonna have them fill this out, the defense attorney has to go over and show them something.
Okay, so Ava, we need you to go with this over with him so he can initial it. He initials by everything and then I'll sign it after that. Okay, all right. Hey. What time does court start, sir?
Court starts at, I just read the sign, 8:30, sir.
What time did you get here?
I got a felony court at 8 o'clock, sir.
Oh, you had felony court today?
Yes, sir. Excuse my absence, sir.
It's okay. I mean, if you had felony court, then I'm not gonna ding you.
Or 183 Judge Lang or something like that. Just been appointed January 1st.
So the one that's in 13 is getting transferred here? You've now picked up your third case.
Yes, sir.
You were not, don't say anything. You're charged with possession of marijuana again. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. All right.
Your Honor, which possession case we're doing PC on, the one ending in 562 or the 962?
Let's do, yeah, 562. And then we'll do the other one right after.
Okay. On January 6, 2025, the officer conducted a traffic stop on the 3100 block of West Little York Road for the defendant's vehicle having a defective passenger tail light. And the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, with a passenger. The defendant gave permission for the officer to search the vehicle. And the officer observed a clear bag of green leafy substance, which emitted an odor of marijuana between the passenger seat and the center console. The defendant admitted the bag was his, and the substance was known to be marijuana based on training experience. The weight was 50.4 grams or 1.77 ounces.
You have a license. You say he was a driver?
He was the driver and the car had a defective passenger taillight.
Can you tell me if there's a valid license, please?
It's eligible, Your Honor.
Now let's do it on the new case, please.
Yes, Judge. So on January 10th, 2025, the officer stopped the vehicle for a defective stop lamp. The officer made contact with the driver, and while trying to confirm the vehicle VIN from the front windshield, it was blocked with a white card. So he asked the driver if he could open the driver door to confirm the VIN number, and the defendant, the driver, agreed. And while the door was open, the officer saw a small bag of marijuana in the driver door compartment. The officer detained the defendant, and the weight of the marijuana was 0.289 ounces and was known to be marijuana based on training experience.
Stops today, Mr. Martin. I will test you 45 days from today. And if you test positive for marijuana, I'm going to revoke your bond and put you in. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
No more smoking marijuana. I'm making it a condition of your bond. Do you need a court-appointed lawyer, sir?
Yes, sir, for right now.
I'll have you fill out an application. If you qualify, I will provide you a lawyer today. And let me make one more thing apprise you. If you pick up a fourth case, I'm going to go nuts. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Your attitude is that like this is a big joke, but I don't know why you're laughing. It's not a funny matter. And, but
I have the right to speak?
no, don't.
Yes, sir.
You have the right to remain silent. I have a bunch of DAs here. Whatever you say, they're going to try to use it against you. I'm just trying to impart to you that a third case, it's not a happy thing. Morning, Mr. Chapel. Do you have a lawyer today?
Sir,
Do you have a lawyer today?
I'm trying to get a court appointment.
I'll have you fill out an application. I'll see whether you qualify and we'll go from there. Okay? Please.
6 open cases, 5 felonies, a theft portfolio ranging from $30,000 to $150,000, and somehow still out on bond. When Mr. Carlos Ramos appeared before Judge Fleischer, the frustration in that courtroom was palpable. This wasn't a first-time offender caught in a bad moment. This was a repeat pattern. Attempted auto theft, open drug possession, and a string of major theft cases picked up while already on deferred supervision. The judge didn't mince words. He said it plainly. "You out there in the free world truly scares me." The response was swift and suffocating. Home confinement, GPS monitor, SCRAM alcohol device, drug testing, a school exception, but only if mom physically escorts him and only if the GPS confirms he goes straight there and straight back. One deviation and the system gets a ding. One more case, and the judge promised to make that bond so high hair would fall out. It's easy to dismiss moments like this as routine courtroom tough talk, but this was something more considered. A judge watching a young defendant rack up case after case, trying to thread the needle between accountability and rehabilitation, while making clear that the safety of Harris County sits above everything else. Woven through the rest of the docket, a woman in Alabama who never got her court notice in time, a father with a 7-month-old asking for home confinement instead of jail, and a complex sexual assault matter being reconsidered behind the scenes with new facts on the table. One court session, multiple lives in the balance, and a judge doing the math on all of it in real time. If you found this case as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button or drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns, because justice never gets old.